Good morning, Miss Moppert's class. We're back for another story time with our class friend, Ollie. Today we'll be reading A Tree for Emmy. Let's review. This is the front cover, this is the spine, and this is the back cover. The title is A Tree for Emmy. It is written by Mary Ann Rodman. She wrote the words, so she must be the author. It is illustrated by Tajana Maiwis. She illustrated the book, so she must have drawn or painted the beautiful pictures or illustrations we see in the story. A Tree for Emmy. Oh, there's the title on a page. We all know what this is. This is the title page. Emmy loved all kinds of trees. Oak trees with acorns. We learned about oak trees with acorns. Pine trees with cones. We even had a pine cone in the classroom. Willows with long, swishy branches. Remember, the willow tree has many branches that go all the way to the ground. But best of all, Emmy loved the mimosa tree in Grandma's pasture. Now, we didn't learn about the mimosa tree in our class, so let's find out about it. In spring, Emmy swung from the tree's strong, low branches. "Look at me," she shouted. "I'm a possum swinging by my tail." "I declare, Emmy," said Grandma, "that old tree is a lot like you, stubborn and strong, and a little bit wild." In summer, the tree was covered with fuzzy pink blossoms. Emmy put one blossom over each ear, and remember, a blossom is a flower. "Look at me," she called. "I'm a fuzzy bug with pink buggy feelers." So she's pretending the blossoms are like little bug feelers, like what butterflies have. In fall, the tree's seed pods covered the ground. When Emmy shook them, the pods rattled like maracas. My beautiful tree," Emmy sang. She danced around the pasture, shaking the pods. "Stubborn and strong and a little bit wild, just like me." Emmy's yard didn't have a mimosa tree. It had willows and oaks and pines. "They're nice," Emmy said, "but they're not stubborn and wild. They're not like me." Emmy's birthday came in the summer. "I want a mimosa tree for my birthday," she said. "What would you do with it?" asked Mama. "Love it and water it and play with it," said Emmy. "Okay then," said Daddy. "Let's go buy a mimosa tree." But buying a mimosa tree was not so easy. "A mimosa?" said the man at the garden store. "We don't have any of those." "Why not?" asked Emmy. "Mimosas grow wild. We don't sell them." "Why not?" asked Emmy. "You don't buy wildflowers, do you, young lady?" said the man. "Stores don't sell clover and dandelions." clover and dandelions are pretty, Emmy said. Sorry, said the lady at the next garden store. No one sells wild trees. But it's going to be my birthday present, said Emmy. The lady smiled. We have plum and peach trees, sweetie. They will give you nice fruit. But they don't have fuzzy pink flowers, said Emmy. Here is a tulip tree, said the lady. It has lovely pink blossoms in the spring. Are they fuzzy? Asked Emmy. No, said the lady. Do they have rattly seed pods that shake, shake, shake and go No, said the lady. Pink fuzz and seed pods make a dreadful mess. I'm sure your parents wouldn't want that. Well, we want what Emmy wants, said Daddy. Come on, Emmy, we'll find something else for your birthday. So she's not getting the mimosa tree, apparently. I don't want something else, said Emmy. Mama hugged her. I know, honey, but we can't find your tree right now. Just for today, could you visit Grandma's tree? I guess, sighed Emmy. At Grandma's, she ran straight to her favorite tree and gave it a hug. Dumb old stores, said Emmy. No mimosas, no fair. She flopped down under the tree, squeezed her eyes shut to keep in the tears. Oh no, there she is on the grass. She's having a bit of a hissy fit, I think. She's very upset. Something touched Emmy's nose. She opened her eyes. A big weed was tickling her face. No, it wasn't a weed. With that long stem and those feathery green leaves, it looked like, wait a minute, could it be? It was a mimosa tree. Emmy ran to get Mama and Daddy and Grandma. My, said Grandma, peering down. That's a mimosa, all right. A baby one, but a tree all the same. Can I have it, Grandma? Begged Emmy. For my birthday, please. Why, surely, said Grandma. So Grandma and Emmy set to work. Carefully, they dug up the tiny tree. Emmy wrapped the roots in wet newspaper so they wouldn't dry out. Then they put the mimosa in a big tomato can for the trip home. Emmy scouted the yard for a special place for her tree. Under my window, she decided, so I can see it all the time. Emmy and her parents dug a hole for the little tree. I can't wait for fuzzy pink flowers and rattly seed pods, said Emmy. When will that be? Emmy, honey, it's just a baby tree. It won't have flowers or pods for quite a spell. It won't? Said Emmy. No, said Mama. No fair, yelled Emmy. Dumb old tree. She ran to her room and flopped on the bed. She buried her head in a pillow and wished for a tree like Grandma's, stubborn and strong and tall. Vroom. Emmy sat up and looked out the window. Daddy was cutting the grass. Soon he would be under her window. She ran outside. Daddy! She shouted, waving her arms. Daddy turned off the lawnmower. My tree, said Emmy. You're going to mow over it. Said Daddy. You mean the dumb old tree? Emmy looked down at her tiny tree. It can't help being small, she said. It will grow someday if I water it and love it and keep it safe. I suppose so, Daddy said. Why don't we build a fence? So Emmy and her daddy made a stick and string fence all around the tree. Now it can grow, said Emmy. Till then, I can pick pink blossoms off Grandma's tree. But someday soon, Emmy knew her baby tree would grow up tall, stubborn and strong, and a little bit wild, just like her. That was a great book. Thank you for joining me and Ollie for another story time. Until next time, bye kindergarten.